The following video contains spoilers and plot points to a film you have or have not seen. If you have seen the film, then feel free to watch the review. If you haven't, then stop right now, as you will get angered and I will ruin the film for you and you will leave an angry comment. YouTube is not responsible and, most likely, does not condone the opinions of my reviews.
Hey guys, it's James. I got these figures out. So obviously you're talking about Thor Ragnarok. Nope, just kidding. Talking about Justice League. I just saw it yesterday, and my expectations were kind of low. Obviously, I'm not the world's biggest fan of Batman v Superman. I thought since it had the same creative team behind it, like Zack Snyder's directing it, had the same writers as Batman v Superman, I thought it was more going to be towards a film that was going to be convoluted, super dark in tone, plot points that go nowhere. But I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised. It's a quite enjoyable comic book film. It's not as epic as it should have been, but it has a laser focused story to it. They've lined up the characters immensely, so it doesn't feel like the world is on everyone's shoulders. Like, say I like Man of Steel. I like Man of Steel, but he has the world on his shoulders and he's got a burden. So yeah, let's talk about the movie. So apparently Batman is convinced more than ever because of the death of Superman that the visions that he had in the last movie are going to not only come, but they're going to come imminently. So he gathers up a Wonder Woman. Diana Prince. You never call her Wonder Woman at all. To get as many superpowered heroes as they can to form an alliance to try to stop an imminent threat. So they gather up Flash, who's obviously the speedster, Aquaman, who talks a fish, I guess, as you could say, and he's also half Atlantean, so he has a little bit of muscle to him, and Cyborg, whose name says it all, he's a cyborg, and the threat is an alien, Steppenwolf, who was intended on as these aliens do want to take the Earth and mold in their own image, and subjugate the human race to a species called the Parademons. Now, Batman obviously forms a team because Superman right now is passed away. But we'll talk more about that in the spoiler section. I'll talk it down the line. So obviously that's your plot of the movie. Justice League has to stop him from finding the film's MacGuffin. This being three mother boxes, which could help implement his plan to make the world into say a war world or apocalypse 2 or whatever. So this is a laser focused plot. Like I said, the story is it just goes point and doesn't get sidetracked by anything. So it's a clear focus on what it wants to get done. Now, when I was talking about the characters, obviously I said the chips were being taken off their shoulders, so they're not dark or brooding. So they have a little bit more personality in this movie. Like Batman isn't, bent on, taking down Superman because of the events, but he's freak. He's the person that he's brooding a little, but he's Batman because he realized he made a mistake and he's trying to seek his own redemption by forming the team. And he, as you know, if you've seen the Batman v Superman, he knows he failed Superman in trying to kill him, but and Wonder Woman or Diana is obviously they don't change a thing. They make her what she has been in the solo movie. Flash is pretty good. Ezra Miller is a nice comedic foil. I thought they could have done a little bit more with Aquaman. Make him more like the Thor, I guess, of the team because he has tremendous power of water. He's got strength to him. He could have made him almost like, well, he's supposed to be like a Superman when Superman's not there, I guess. And what are you gonna do? But the Cyborg's been getting a lot of flack. I thought Ray Fisher did a pretty good performance as a man who's got this power thrust upon him, but he can't figure it out. He's just day by day something new happens to him, and he can't get a grip on it. And he's trying to cope with it, but it's so hard. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say for non-spoilers. So we're going to probably jump right into spoilers. So this is your way to get out right now. So yeah. So what I want to say about the film, I really can't because the spoiler restrictions, obviously. But I'm taking those restrictions off now. So I'm going to say 3, 2, 1. This movie is pretty much a Superman-driven movie. Everything revolves around Superman, basically. The team's formed because he's not there. After their first encounter with Steppenwolf, they realize they can't fight Steppenwolf without Superman. So the main plot point through the middle of the film is to try to figure out how to bring Superman back to life. And since they have a mother box in their possession, Cyborg and Batman both figured out, since they learned about Luthor's creation of the Doomsday, I guess you would call him. I don't call him Doomsday, I call him an abomination. But anyways, that there's a possibility if they use a motherboard, they can bring Superman back to life. And no, spoiler alert, he does get brought back to life. So let's talk about Henry Cavill as Superman. So they, like I said, they take chips off the shoulders, and Superman gets almost relieved of the burden that he's had in the 2 movies, where he's lost his. I don't. If you've seen the movies, obviously he has that. I've got to help people, and or he's brooding about it or whatever. They give him the freedom to actually live and be Superman, so he's at a place where he's enjoying when he becomes Superman, when he's wearing a suit, when he does the Superman things. It's a joy to watch because it harkens back to the Superman, where he's, he'll crack a little joke, he'll maybe be a little more uplifting, not like the serious, brooding guy. It's a joy to watch. And they don't mess with the color. They make the suit a bright blue. The S stands out. It's incredible. It's awesome to see. Now, to me, Steppenwolf is sort of a snively Whiplash in this movie. He's just there to drive the plot. I'm not sure if they could have done more with it, made him more of a threat. He's just, he does a lot in the movie, but he just seems more, he doesn't come across like a Loki type of threat, or a Vulture kind of threat, or an Ultron kind of threat. It's more, I think it's more because of the fact that everything he does is more contained in one spot. Like, you never really get a sense that it's a global catastrophe. I get that the end finale battle, which takes place in Chernobyl of all places, it's basically everything just branching out, but I kind of wish it was more of a global type of thing. More, you could feel the effects, say, in Metropolis or London or something at the same time while this is happening. I might be mistaken, but I get that during the first fight that Steppenwolf, when Steppenwolf first appears, he takes out the Amazons. He has a history out of Earth where he almost single-handedly took it over, but the whole army of Atlanteans and Amazons and the people of Earth actually drove him back. Now he's back, obviously, because that's Superman, so he's going to try to take over the Earth again. But I could have thought he should have been a little bit more menacing. I wanted to feel more of a threat by him. I know I say that, but with the plot and all, but I wanted him to be, maybe they were going to put Darkseid at the end of the movie, I thought. Or at least, he seemed like he's more of a second in command, but what do I know? I might be wrong. Now, as I said before, there's a lot that this movie gets right. If you compare it to, say, your Batman v Superman, then the tone is drastically different, which it kind of needs to be, because if you had another doom and gloom scenario, yeah, I don't know if I can take it. I mean, it kind of leaves you. There's so much to like about this. That more good moments than not. But I wouldn't say they learned their lessons from Batman v Superman. I should say, obviously. It's laser. The story's laser focused, but sometimes it seems like it goes fast. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it just seems like they go from one thing to another. But it's consistent, and doesn't go off in different directions. But it just feels like they could have just slowed it down a little bit or added a few minutes to make it more epic. Because I did want this movie to go longer. It's under 2 hours, but it could have probably added a few more things in. Maybe add a few more things to make it more epic. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but if you want to have like the main heroes of DC come together, it needs to feel like it's a giant story that they need to come together in. Which is not to say that an alien threat that's trying to take over the world is a bad thing, but if you look at the Avengers, that's kind of a bigger scope. It's got more things happening. I mean, there's pretty much two action scenes more or less between the Justice League and Steppenwolf, and the other action scene is more when they bring back Superman. He had, when he comes back from the dead, he's out of sorts, so he fights them. Which I can understand, but still. So for Justice League, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. It did its job. It took all the problems we've had with the other other couple of DC movies before Wonder Woman, and course the word is course corrected everyone's using, and it's right, because it's just this is the way it's supposed to be. I mean, I'm a big fan of Man of Steel, but it does bog down a little bit. But you want to have heroes where you want to get behind, where you want to I would say connect with you want to support. That's yeah. There you go. It's a good, enjoyable time. It moves very fast. It doesn't bog down really. It doesn't really prod. And like I said, the story is refined. Though they probably could have just used a little bit more time to it because, like I said, it goes awfully fast. That's probably because maybe Joss Whedon had to come in and do some reshoots and add some more stuff and whatever. But it's a good movie. I don't know why it only has 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, but I'm not a film critic, technically. But anyways, I encourage you to go see it if you want to enjoy a nice comic book movie, I guess. So thank you for watching this stammering review. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe we'll do another review down the line of something else. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're still here, why not click here to watch another video while you're at it? Thanks, guys.